Hello, Brooke.
Hey, Savannah.
Happy Friday 5.
It's
Welcome
fun.
back for a nice vacation. I'm glad we're able to get back and chat
Yeah,
and stuff.
yeah, it's been a few weeks.
Yeah, I thought it would be fun today for us to talk about an interview that I just had not too long ago with First Light. It was really great to talk to First Light just because they are a client whose event fits perfectly with what we do. And I thought before we jump into the details of the interview, you could talk a little bit about them as a client. They've been a client for about 3 years now, and just wanting to know a few details about them and what their experiences has been like from start to now.
Sure. Yeah, it's such a treat to watch these clients grow and just to watch them grow with technology. Lonnie is a development director at First Light, someone I've actually known for quite a while. This is an event style that I always say when software every software company have things they do best, right? We are great at this type of fundraiser. And so when a client like this comes across and your software fits what they do perfectly from a process standpoint, it's really fun to do. So, but it was still a long sales process. This is a group, and I think Lonnie would be the first to say not quick to adopt technology. Don't feel very comfortable with technology, and that first year we provided really great support and all, and they had a great outcome that first year.
Mhm.
So, and moving forward, it's really interesting to think about this because it was a long sales process getting everybody comfortable with the technology, and now here we are just 3 years later, and they had an in-person event that used the technology,
Mhm.
I would say to the 70% level.
Yeah.
And then COVID hit, and when it was 100% virtual, it
Mhm.
flipped quickly and easily into virtual, and then
Mhm.
went hybrid last year, I guess.
Mhm.
And now they will stay hybrid.
Yep.
So this is a client that was tech averse 3 years ago and is now committed to a hybrid fundraising model, and that is really really exciting to see. We were also talking about their results, and
Mhm.
if you see that increase in revenue in just these 2 years, well, three, I guess, they're raising $45,000 more annually now through that event, because of all that. And so, when we back up and really think about why we do what we do, that's why. And I am sure Lonnie would not have believed me if I told her that it would have raised that much. But I knew with certainty it would raise them more based on what they were doing and once they used Swell. And I'm really excited about where they're headed and what they're doing. And but Lonnie is a really experienced fundraiser, and so
Yes.
much about fundraising isn't exactly the technology. I think we really help unlock things, but she's the fundraiser. And Savannah, you had a great interview with her that offered a lot of great tips
Yes.
to development directors. I'd love to get to that. Because one of the things she does such a good job of is motivating her dance teams
Mhm.
to fundraise. So tell us a little bit about her comments about how to motivate fundraisers, and if and how the technology helps her with that.
Yeah, I will say that she was talking a little bit about, first steps and what it looks like after you get them equipped, and have them with the knowledge that it takes to know what they're going to be doing. And it starts with being able to, bring them in, show them a little bit about the organization, really tell them the story and the mission of First Light so they could really understand what they were going to be portraying to everybody else that might have asked questions or was interested in what they were going to be competing for. So really making sure they were equipped with those little nuggets of knowledge around the organization itself, and then equipping them with the toolkit. So providing them with anything that's going to make their life easier. So she talked about how it's important for the organization to know that they also have their day jobs and their families and the other clubs and things that they're involved in. And so it's really important to make it as easy as possible for them. And so just providing those toolkits with sample social media posts and emails and giving them QR codes to share out, just making it so easy for them to provide details and information to their networks. And so they do that really well. They make it really competitive. She even talked about how they have had a 91-year-old that came in and did the fundraising. But what she said was so important was making sure that the fundraising that they were providing for them, the tips and tools, were something that the 91-year-old could use. Maybe not the same as a 20-year-old, but making it to where they were equipped in the right way for their networks. So that was really important. Feature wise,
That's awesome.
we already kind of touched on this, but her favorite is virtual. And like you said, maybe in the past it wouldn't have been, but she loves how easy that virtual process is for the guests. It looks nice. It works well on multiple different devices, whether you're at home showing it on your TV with a group of people or on your computer at work watching the event. And you can also donate without ever leaving the site. So it just makes it really easy. You can see that competition occurring with the leaderboards and still watch the event at the same time. So she just really loves that. And yeah, that's why they're sticking with virtual. They just love that process.
Isn't that great? I would have never predicted that.
Well, that's what I said. I would assume it would have been the support or
that wasn't even on our radar.
Being at the event. Yeah, virtual's her favorite.
Yeah, I remember I watched her event, and an uncle of a dancer from Hawaii was in the chat donating, and I thought, my goodness, that is
and that's not possible without the virtual platform.
Yeah,
that's so awesome.
It's really had a great impact, and it's so easy to be virtual with the Dancing with the Stars type of concept. It's really awesome. That's so great.
Absolutely.
Well, how does she take care of herself? Did she mention taking care of herself?
Yeah, and it was actually a really good piece of advice. I do think a lot of the times we find development directors are very stressed about making sure their events succeed and they don't make time for themselves. And what she recommended as what she does to de-stress is having a passion outside of work. So something where you can really unplug and just go enjoy yourself, enjoy what you're doing, and not be stressed about the details of your event and what's going on. You can step back into that, but really stepping out of that and enjoying yourself and enjoying that passion is something that she said she really loves and recommends to everybody, that it really helps and makes the event a little bit more manageable.
That's really good advice. So, well, we are excited about year 4. This will be the 4th year for Dancing with the Stars with First Light, and we'll see if they keep growing. It has jumped $20,000 almost every single year, so we will see if it keeps growing. Really proud of that impact for them.
Yes,
so, thanks, Savannah. This was fun to take a look back.
Absolutely. Thanks, everybody. Have a great rest of your Friday.
Bye.
Bye.